Morning, everybody. We're back out here again. Been quite a bit of work going on out here since the last time I was out. So you can see they started laying the block here in this area that we dug out, and not quite done up to the corner here, but they've gotten quite a bit laid. I can see he's at least tying corners together with rebar, and he is laying the wire between every row, so that's good. But enough on that, not my purpose. So machine's just about warmed up, so I'll give you guys a quick overview and then we'll get to work. So what my plan is today is I'd like to get this wall excavated out of here. Utilities came and got marked yesterday finally for the gas line, so I know where that's at. So we'll get this block out of here, and then I want to over dig this out to maybe about 4 feet out, so they won't have it collapse, because he's going to rebuild on this existing footing. And like I said, let me get up here. You see the gas lines marked. It goes out just like that. So I can dig right about here. Should be able to expose it, and then use a shovel and dig back. Keep from damaging it. But I'm gonna do that. And he said he wants to extend this footing out, I think he said the end of this concrete, and go straight across that way. And then this footing has to be dug in line with this one. So it should just be a matter of cleaning this out, but shooting it straight across to the end there. So there's quite a bit to dig yet, but that'll be my goal for today. So we'll work on that. I'll check in with you guys a few times and let you see how it's progressing. I don't know how much of the digging I'll record. At this point, you guys are all probably sick of seeing that, but I'll bring you along when I see something interesting. So I'll just put you guys on for a little bit. That's why I kind of tack this corner here. It's funny, this place has changed so much since we started filming this job that you kind of forget what was here prior to now. But digging in here, I remember right on this corner now, there was that kind of that old scraggly tree that I have no idea what kind it was. So just finding all of its roots and everything that are still in here. A little bit of remnants of what used to be. Level for me to dig on. This will be the problem. I've got to get a pile in here. I don't think they need to get the van back in here, but try and keep that pile as close to there as we can. tapping that wall before I'm ready to. That'll be the goal. I'm gonna get it dug up closer to the gas line, and then what I'll do is I'll knock the wall down and hopefully be able to see where the gas line is from the inside once I reveal it. And that way, kind of know exactly where we need to avoid. I checked on YouTube the other day, and I usually check, that often, just kind of see how people are liking the videos, if I have any comments, and I've had a few comments, and some people will give me some thumbs up, which I appreciate. Helps me to know that I'm giving you guys what you want. And I was surprised to see I had 53 subscribers, so that's a big gain from the last time I looked. I think that's up about 20 some. So from when I started tearing the house down, that video, so I was pleased with that. I appreciate people are starting to subscribe now, and actually seems like it must be something a few people want to see. One thing I've noticed though is you do YouTube. I used to watch a lot of YouTube, and now that I've started doing it, it takes a lot of time. So you don't have that time anymore to sit and watch the creators that you used to really like to watch. So hopefully digging season ends. Sure I bring that in quick enough. I'll have some more free time to sit down and watch their videos and catch up on them. I really did enjoy a lot of those guys. Now, I know I've never said it before, and I'll probably go into it a little bit more in depth when I get into the winter months and start doing some repairs and maintenance and give you a little bit more of a backstory on me. And I'm sure some of you don't understand why it seems like I only do, one job or 2 jobs, or I'm stuck at a job for long periods of time. There's a couple reasons for that. The main reason is this is not my primary job. I actually work in the insurance industry, and so that's my full-time job. And doing that all day is great. I love what I do there, but there's a level of dissatisfaction doing paperwork and being on the phone all day. I'll just be honest with you. I mean, that's just the truth of it. I mean, I'm very grateful to have the job, but at the end of one of these days, you can turn around and look and see what you did. My other job, I moved stacks of paper from one side of the desk to the other, and that is a lot of days how it feels. Now, there are days where I'm able to help people, and that is what makes that part of that job fun. You get, older folks who don't understand policies, don't understand things, coverages, and you can explain them to them so that they understand what they have and what they need and don't need. And in the event something happens, this is how they handle it. That's very rewarding. Dealing with complaints is never fun, and that's in any job. I mean, if this was my primary job, I'm sure that you'd have complaints about, oh, you didn't dig this correctly, or I was hoping you would have done it more like this. But that's work. That's why you don't see me doing like tons of jobs, because I work probably 4 days. Well, this time of year I'm working 4 days at my office a week, and then I'm working Fridays and Saturdays, and depending on weather and how much I have to do, Sundays. So most weeks I'm working 6 days. Last year was more like 7 days a week, and I felt like I gave up my entire summer, so that kind of needed to change. But I don't know what I'll end up doing with this line of work. I don't know how big I'll get, how big I want to get. I would love to get a bigger machine. My wife and I were talking about that last night, actually. Just getting a bigger machine. And I don't know, by bigger, I don't even know how much bigger I would want. I'm not capable of hauling anything bigger right now. So anything that I got that was bigger would have to be hauled by another excavator guy that I know. He would haul for me. Well, I want to go bigger. I'm going to go bigger. I'm not going to go 20,000 pounds. I want to go, we'll say 40,000 pounds plus. I don't know why. I just, I think if you're going to get a bigger machine, you need to get bigger than you think you'll need, just so that when it comes time to do jobs, you're not overtaxing the machinery. I've been doing that for too long with this machine. Maybe something that happens. It won't happen this year, I don't think. Although next week, I think I'm going to go look at a Case 9030B, which is about a 45 or 46,000 pound machine. Older machine, which is also what I want. I don't want a new machine. I don't like the DEF systems. I can't stand. I don't want to get involved in those. I've seen enough frustrations from people that I watched in the past. Let's Dig, 18, Elite Earthworks, those guys, and have great machinery, and it's all new, and I get it, but I've also seen them be down for weeks at a time, spend lots of money on getting stuff corrected, and I don't see the benefit in that. I just don't. I personally would rather have an older machine without all the environmental stuff on it, and yeah, you're gonna have breakdowns, you're gonna have failures, you're gonna have all that kind of stuff because it is an older machine, but in the end, as long as parts are available, that's the big thing. You can't buy such an old machine that parts aren't available. And I think they're probably easier to work on. That was one of the reasons that I went with the TL 140, or I was going to try and do a TL 240. Also, if I couldn't find the 1 series, because those are pre-def. And I have def on my Power Stroke on my Ford, and I can't stand it. I have had a bunch of issues with it. So those are just my feelings on it. And I think like probably in 20 years they'll come back and say, oh, now the diesel emissions fluid is harmful to the environment. It seems like how all this stuff works. So that's about as revealed as it's going to get. So let's push this wall over. See if I can push it over. Yeah. Wrecking ball. There we go. That's what we wanted. Okay. Now let's fix this. Get back into it. So I'm gonna go in there and up with the shovel, and I'm gonna dig that out to where I can see it just back enough. So I'll put you guys on pause for a little bit. Alright, so the whole crew kind of showed up already, so he's got his whole band of merry helpers out here laying block. Still just trying to get this wall pulled back. That's my main goal. Really tough ground, so I'm gonna put a 2-foot bucket on it and try and go after it that way. A lot of clay. Just use the 2-foot. Easier of a machine. I'm still just plugging away at it. Not much interesting going on. I'll come back tomorrow and show you guys everything that we did.